I need this little guy. He's too fun.
I made it for this show.
Did you? Oh, good job, because that's coming right up. Did you put one in your thing?
No.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Indeed.
Thank you. No, Apple will tell me 5 times what I did today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Hello from day one at Otafest. It's about 2 p.m. There's already a lot of people here, especially for Friday. I ordered from their food service and I didn't receive it, unfortunately. So I'm like my patch that I will put here. But yeah, other than that, it's going good. I need to pee, so I made a little sign so that I can go maybe later if there's less people. But yeah, so far I'm happy about my sales, especially for Friday. I'll catch up with you later. I got my order, so I have my pizza bun, my little cake, yay! Welcome to day 2. Yesterday was a good Friday, so I'm hoping today continues the same way. Apparently today is sold out, so it's probably gonna be even better. I'm alone for this con. Usually my boyfriend comes with me and helps me, but since it was a flying con, it was too expensive to fly him also. So I'm alone. I may not get a lot of clips from the con, but I will try my best. Talk to you later! So yesterday I received my acceptance to Pin Patch Toronto, and it's only an half table, so I need to think of what I'm gonna be bringing, except obviously my pins and patches. And since it's a bit slow this morning, I drew this. So this is probably what it's gonna look like. It's in September in Toronto. So yeah, if you're in Toronto, you can come catch me in September. So today was a bit slower than I thought, especially for a Saturday. But I'm still real close as making the same amount as Friday. So it's not too bad. And I'm playing Pokemon Packet right now. I'm trying to get the new flyer card that comes with the combat mode. So I've been playing a bit of this. Thank God for battery packs. If you're a new artist, it's really a must for conventions because your phone is essential to get you out of boredom sometimes, but also for taking sales, obviously.
Doors will be opening in 5 minutes. Can we ask everybody to please move on down to the other doors? There are 3 doors. Don't get stuck up here at the front. You're not going to get in. You want to get in. You want to be the first one in there. You want to spend that money. You want to get your stuff. Get your money. Get your money. Get to the other doors. Go, scooch. Get over there. Come on. Come on.
Welcome to day 3. I'm so ready to see my cat. And once my ready, okay, today's good. Wait.
It's so cold here. I'm cold. If I had known that it was so cold, I would have brought more long sleeves, but I only brought t-shirts and this. If I get in next year, I'm definitely bringing heavier clothes. So let's recap otafest 2025. So just to give a little background info on this convention, it's an anime convention happening in Calgary, Alberta, every May, I believe, and it's a 3-day con. So the way the application works for this con is, I believe, 60% jury, 40% lottery, and 10% invite. I was initially put on the waitlist at number 9, but I managed to get off the waitlist pretty quickly, I would say. I think it was about a month after the initial first wave results came out that I was put out of the waitlist. So if you watch my previous videos, you may know that already, but I'm from Montreal and this was my first flying convention. I was so excited to go explore a new province with my art, but that also came with a lot of big expenses that I don't usually have because usually I travel by car to most of my conventions. So the first big expense was the flights from Montreal to Calgary, which was $728. This was a really expensive flight. If I would do this again, I would definitely pick a cheaper flight. The reason I chose this one is because it was convenient and it wasn't like at weird hours. But for the next one, I'll definitely pick one that's at 1 a.m. so that it isn't too expensive. And I decided to bring my merch with me instead of shipping it out because I think it's a little bit less stressful that way. And also, there's just like so much stuff. I believe it would have been maybe the same price. So for the luggage fees, it was $200 on top of the flights because I had 2 big suitcases each way. And my last expense was a Uber to and from the airport, and that came to around $70. I was really lucky to be able to not have accommodations fees because I was supposed to stay with 2 artist friends in a hotel, and one of their friends offered to host all of us at their house. So that was super kind of them because we actually never spoke before this. So she was like welcoming a stranger in her house, but everything went super well. They were super kind, and we all saved a lot of money because of that. So now if we go into the crunchy part, the sales data. This was actually my first convention in a while that actually worked out pretty good. So I didn't reach my amount of $500 per day, but I was really close. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. So if we look at the number of sales I got 81 sales. And my average was around $17. So that means a lot of people bought 2 items, which is very good. My top 5 categories were number 1, gacha keychains. It was so popular. I sold out of 2 of my 3 series, so I just wasn't expecting that much love on these. My number 2 was photo card holders, number 3 enamel pins, number 4 stickers, and number 5 acrylic coasters. Surprisingly, Friday was the best day of all of them, and I was really excited to see how Saturday would turn out. But it ended up being a little bit less sales than Friday, and Sunday was less than Saturday. So the best day was Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday. Friday and Sunday were both good days in my standard, but Saturday was a bit slower than usual Saturdays. What I liked about otafest is the size of the hall. It isn't too big, but still a lot of artists and vendors. A lot of people told me that they find it really manageable to go through the entire artist alley in the 3 days. And that's not the case with a lot of conventions. I really loved how attentive the staff were. There was a staff member going to every table multiple times per day to ask if we needed anything, if everything was good, and that's so rare in the conventions of this size. They were also very good with communication before the convention happened, and even with their waitlist email, everything was super clear. I didn't have to ask anyone what my waitlist number was. It was all laid out in the email, and yeah, that's not the case for every convention, so it's worth mentioning. I also really like the option that we could order lunch directly to our table. That's really useful when you're solo tabling. And lastly, I really love that they provide 8 feet table. For someone like me with a lot of merch, 8 feet is really better to showcase every product without it being too cluttered. The only negative I would say would be the lighting wasn't too great in the hall. It was a bit dim, and maybe next time I'll bring lights. And as I mentioned several times in the video, it was really, really cold there. Of course, I could layer up, but I still had an hoodie and it was super cold even then. So it's just something useful to know beforehand so you can prep warm clothes. So there's a few things I would do if I were to be able to come back to otafest next year to improve my overall experience. First, I already mentioned it, but pick cheaper flights so that my expenses are more manageable. Improve my table design for flying cons. I had to change up my display a little bit because most of my display is usually self-serve, and I didn't want to bring all my self-serve displays because it's a lot of weight and there's a weight limit on the luggage I bring into the airplane. So I changed my display for that, and I thought it created a little bit of empty spaces here and there compared to my usual setup. So I would definitely invest in either booth decorations or just find other ways to bring more cute displays stuff on the plane. One thing I would improve is pack more gacha stuff. So one of the gacha series that sold out is my Sanrio gacha, and this one I actually have tons at home. So I was a little bit sad to set out at the convention because there was stuck at home that I could sell if I had brought more. Of course, that's something that I couldn't really know beforehand because I brought the same quantity that I bring to other cons. So that's just something to know now that I know people in Calgary love their gacha. People in Alberta were so nice. I hope to be able to come back one day. I met someone that watches my YouTube video and that always makes me so happy. And just as a reminder, I know I posted about it in the community tab, but I have a special sticker for the people who watches my videos. So if you see me at a convention or place an online order, please let me know that you watch my videos and I will include this sticker in your order. So that pretty much sums it up, I think. My next event is Happy Cute Mart in Toronto this weekend, so it's gonna be the next vlog, and the one after that is Montreal Comic Con. I'm super excited for that one too. Hopefully I'll be able to meet you there, or otherwise you can always watch my vlogs about it afterwards. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos. See you next time. Bye bye!